Very good afternoon, everyone. Very good morning or very good evening, wherever you are. I'll be speaking about shortly, in a brief, about this idea of open execution that we find it only being evident in the era of a blockchain. So we're moving away from the idea of open source, open code, open tools, open libraries, open software to what is called open execution. And this is part of the talk I plan to deliver at the 2017 Open UEE annual meeting in Dubai. In order to understand the notion or the idea or the concept of open execution, we have to compare it to its complete opposite, which is black box execution, and sometimes I call it a black hole execution. In a black box execution, we don't have visibility, traceability to the code. We don't know what the code is. So it's not publicly available, and also the outcome of that execution is not known, it cannot be verified, and we just have to trust the execution platform that it happened on. And that execution platform usually is under the control of a trusted third party, if it is trusted. And there are so many use cases where we don't have visibility to the execution code or the execution outcome. Some of these is like counting voting in elections or in polls. Also, when you're doing stock trading, when you buy a stock at a certain price or when you sell a stock at a certain price, how can we make sure that the stock was really sold at a specific price, not more or less by a few cents? Also in gambling and betting, whether it's usually online gambling, how do we know that the winner is really the winner, especially if there is some entropy and randomness involved? Also in clinical trials, these data being collected from patients, and also the statistics that were done on the data. Are they credible? Are they giving us what they're supposed to give us in terms of the efficacy of a drug that is being tried? Also research results that we see in publication articles. These results that are in the form of plots or graphs or figures, are they really credible results? They could be falsified, they could be fabricated or just made up. Also in crowd sensing, we don't have visibility to what the wisdom of the crowd is telling us. These can be also falsified. And there are so many other cases in which the code, the execution outcome are not known, they cannot be verified or validated by normal external users. So open execution, what is it? If you Google the term open execution, you don't have so many hits with meaningful definition. And I'd like to give a precise, concise, accurate definition of this open execution, the one really I have in mind. Open execution definition is as follows. It is that powerful ability to run code that is first readable by all, executable by all, verifiable by all, and you can do that at any time. And the outcome of this execution, the execution outcome, is also agreeable by the majority of the execution nodes. In the context of Bitcoin, it is the majority of all miners, at least 51% of all miner nodes. And in the context of Ethereum, it is also the majority, 51% of all Ethereum or EVM nodes, the Ethereum virtual machine nodes, and in the context of also a blockchain hyperledger, it is the hyperledger nodes that run on Docker containers. Some final takeaways. I think blockchain will have huge, tremendous impact, growth, and potential. And it is now the right time to be involved. So many opportunities are opening up. We will see that the future is for open everything and open execution. We will see that the developers, the customers, even the normal users will be asking for open execution, whereby, for example, the stock trading will not be a black hole for people. They can verify even the outcome of voting. So we will see that more demand, more people will be calling for open execution, and because this will become, in my view, will become shockingly, stunningly unprecedented phenomena.